One night there was, because I guess Don Johnson was one of Hunter's neighbors up near where he lived. And
this is going to be great. Wherever this goes, I have a feeling it's going to be great.
Oh, it's good. Hunter, it was about 3 in the morning, and Hunter said, Johnson's just called. He's coming over. We must ambush him. You know, and when you're with Hunter, it's not like you go, what? You basically just go, well, of course we should. And so we grabbed some weapons, and we loaded them up, and we sort of snuck outside and hid behind bushes on either side of the driveway, so that when Johnson came pulling in, we started firing up into the air. Pulling the trigger as quickly as we possibly could. He didn't come in.
Johnny Depp is here. We'll be right back.
You and Al Pacino work together, and Donnie Brasco.
Yes.
Yeah, boy, that's every time I see that, and you can't not watch it. Don't make any difference where you get into that movie. You got to continue. But you've probably never seen that one either, have you?
No.
Yeah. What was Al like? I bet that was a good combination for you.
Al's fantastic. I mean, Al is, he's a legend. He's Al Pacino. He's an amazing actor, certainly. But the one thing I didn't really know about Pacino prior to the shooting was that he was certifiably insane.
Oh, really? You've seen the paperwork, apparently. How does that manifest itself?
He had, he's a joke. He likes to tell jokes.
Likes to tell jokes, oh.
Yeah, he likes to tell jokes, and he liked to tell me this one specific joke over and over. And I really didn't understand it.
Didn't get the joke.
I didn't get the joke.
Yeah, and he thought it was your problem that you didn't get the joke.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we definitely thought it was my problem.
So he keeps wearing you down with the same joke.
He inflicted it upon me, and I could feel like, IQ points dropping.
Yeah. Yeah, the greater the pressure, the dumber you feel.
Yeah, just
I know,
go kind of Jello-like. And,
yeah. Did you ever understand the joke?
I finally figured it out, yeah.
What, do you remember the joke?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's, Al used to, he'd lean over and he'd go, John, skeleton goes into a bar, orders a beer and a mop. But I mean,
yeah, I know.
On a loop?
Yeah, over and over and over again. I must say, you kind of expect a little more from Al Pacino. I'm kind of on your side here. I get it, but I don't want to admit that I get it.
He would howl.
Oh, he would howl?
Howl after
every time he told the joke.
Yeah, he would.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. Now, I heard a story from a long time ago, and I've never known if it's true or not, that there was a show 21 Jump Street.
Yes.
And you subscribe to the theory, if you're not making the executives nervous, you're not really doing your job as an artist. Do you feel that way?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way as well.
Yeah.
I heard this story that there was a somewhere in California, in not Studio City, like a Century City or somewhere in Santa Monica Boulevard, a giant billboard of you. Is that true? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Now.
What was the billboard?
It was a giant. It was back in those days, when all the weird stuff started happening to me, And I was driving down Pico. It was at 20th Century Fox, and there was a massive billboard of me holding a gun, and with a slogan that said, "Other kids pack lunch."
That's right.
I knew right away that something had to be done about it.
Yeah. So you didn't care for that portrayal of yourself?
I thought the gun was bad.
Yeah.
Bad news. And I thought my mug up there was worse. So I I commandeered a friend of mine, and we went to a hardware store and bought some paint. And some brushes and rollers and all the accoutrements, you know, and went back at about 2 in the morning on roller skates.
Roller skates?
Yeah.
Why the roller skates?
Well, I figured it was such an absurd thing to do. You had to try and top yourself, you know.
Make it interesting.
Yeah. So we went there on roller skates and painted out the gun, and I was in the middle of turning myself into Groucho Marx when you know, we're very high up, and when a security guard came around the corner, you know, halt, that kind of thing, as they do. And we halted for a second, and he looked at the billboard, and he looked at me, and he said, "Well, that's you." And I said, "Yeah, I know." And he said, "Well, what are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I don't like it, you know. I think it's wrong." So he kind of, he sort of looked frustrated. He looked at his watch. He said, "All right, just hurry."
Finish up and get out of here.
Yeah.
Any repercussions from the incident?
No, never heard about it again. No.
Good for you.
The billboard was gone.
Yeah.